I can't hear you, Samuel.
Alright. Welcome, everyone. This is the 24th weekly Let's Play 2 tournament, and most likely the last of the season before a bit of a break here. So, let's get the formalities out of the way. With me on commentary today are Sakurako Imuro and Hey What's Cooking, better known as Samo Camo.
Howdy.
Hello?
Alright. Let's get on with the rules. The tournament will be held on Fightcade, and as such you should enter with your Fightcade username. If a discrepancy between your challenge and Fightcade usernames is causing confusion, you will risk disqualification. Kiryu is banned due to SNK boss syndrome. Lian Zanatetsu AC glitch is banned, and you will forfeit the game upon using it. This is to prevent a bunch of really cheesy block infinites and also just some generally broken combo potential. Intentionally crashing or soft locking the glitches, intentionally crashing or soft locking the game is banned for pretty obvious reasons. Loops are limited to repetitions per combo to keep damage somewhat consistent. Okaide J236 cancels on Speedily or Speedzan air chains are limited to 2 uses per combo. This is to prevent confusions with rulings on the loop limits. No macros, turbos, etc. outside of the official Fightcade macros. And if your net is deemed unplayable, you will risk disqualification, which does extend a plane on AES bio, so please make sure you are on the right setting. Best of 3 round. The format is best of 3 rounds per game. Timer set to normal on camps at default values, and all meters unmasked. There's no real way to mess with these without causing desyncs. Don't worry about it. Matches are best of 3 until finals. Then winners, losers, and grand finals are all best of 5. Please wait for a match to be called on stream before playing. Playing ahead will result in the match being reset. And remember, check in 1 hour before the tournament starts. And if you had not done that yet, you will be disqualified very shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and go process the check-ins, and we can get this underway. Ah, crap, I forgot to shuffle the seeds. Give me 1 second. Ah, well. Good enough. Sorry about that, but please refresh your brackets. And we will start this off.
Oh, look at that.
With round 1. Which will be myself and Samo Camo.
Very nice. All right.
Alright. Yeah, I figured out my controller enough that I could even potentially participate, and it's a really small showing this week, so...
Excellent.
Alright, Zach, you're gonna have to take over for this one, because our commentary is gonna be desynced. Sakurako, are you there?
Yeah?
Alright.
I don't think it'd be nice if I spectate one because of the connection issues, but I think it's fine. Actually, I'll spec because you guys are talking nothing. So right now I have Kaide versus Moria, and Samo Camo is playing as Moria. Of course. Was a nice punish.
I can't do a tick grab for the life of me this game.
Yeah, to grab are rather difficult. You have to wait exactly till they get a lot of blocks done or hits done. What was that? Well, now we have the neutral game. Oh, someone commentates the first round.
Wait, first round?
The first match, sorry.
Okay,
First
okay.
round.
I thought you were really far behind.
First tournament.
Yeah, let's see some Okina matches.
Speed
Warm up
gate.
my Okina before this, though.
That's what they call News Road trademark.
Oh, that's death. Alright. Good games.
Good stuff, man. I think Moria JA gets a whole lot more use than I think any credit is given to it for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anyways. Apologies for that sleeper set, but up next we have Huxnor versus Gainsbourg. Some macros would be useful in this game. Like AC and BC in particular would be especially useful because then you've got your glitch button and also easier overheads and speed.
You can.
BCD would also probably find a lot of use just because then you can do dashing OTGs a bit more consistently.
With
You
BCDs?
can do it with the Patate macro, like the one that Dracula posted in the server a while ago. That came from the Waku Waku server. I've done that for grabs, and it's really useful. Also, that's why I prefer the Steam version, because you actually can put those.
The Steam version lets you make custom macros, or is it just a limited set?
No, it's a handful, and they very specifically did not give you an AC macro. Can't imagine why. May or may not have something to do with Santetsu.
He's harmless. He's harmless.
Of course he is.
Alright, anyways. This is a Setsuna Akari matchup. So let's see how this goes.
Power Akari, to say the least.
Yeah, I actually don't know if Setsuna JB can beat Akari's flash kick. Or if, at the very least, beat it consistently.
Well, it depends, because I think... Well, I think her flash kick doesn't have invincibility, but I have to check.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have true invincibility. I'm pretty sure it just makes her hurtbox really short.
Yeah, it's got like a tiny...
Oh, speaking of flash kicks, here's a super confirm.
Oh,
drops it.
Too far.
Sad.
But wake up flash kick to punish the whiff DP. Alright, Hawksnorf takes round 1. Gainsbourg has meter on deck. Well, that was something. Another meaty BC, not a great idea since it can be deflected on reaction and also rolled on reaction if you're doing it early enough to be a meaty. Plus, it's just not that rewarding as a whole, even if you do land it.
He's got decent range on his, though. It's not like Lee or Zan.
Yeah, but it's not great range either. It's still relatively on. It's still on the slower side as far as power BCs go.
Yeah. Power BCs not that much useful. Like, you can do some setups with some wacky yoke stuff, but it's not really worth it.
Yeah, no. In my opinion, there are only two.
Oh, look at that one that.
Hawksnorf
If
takes
he
it.
did a freebie, he'd won.
Oh, well. Yeah, there are like 2, maybe 3 power BCs that are even worth considering. And then those are Washi and Koji because they can actually whiff punish a lot of pokes, and are very rewarding if you do so because they lean back, and then also have very huge effective
What about
range.
Yuki?
And then also arguably a mono, just because the disjoint is so huge, it could arguably have applications in some matchups. It does lean back a little bit, but otherwise it's just not worth bothering with. You've got better options. Literally everyone has better options. Yuki has better
Yuki
options.
Does not. No, Yuki doesn't have better options.
Okay,
better
then
options like jumping B.
maybe it's a bit of an exaggeration, but still. Alright, Hawksnorf has another opportunity, and they redeem themselves. Alright, Hawksnorf is now on set point. Risky fireball, Gainsbourg not getting a true punish, but catching Hawks, pushing buttons after. Good frame trap. Goes for another very risky BC. Hawksnorf once again punishing it. Really gotta stop relying on it.
What a punish. Flash kick into... Oh. The best yoke. Just don't know.
Oh, Gainsbourg drops his combo and leaves Hawksnorf in desperation, but manages to put on some pretty solid pressure and catch Hawksnorf trying to jump in. Yeah, you don't want to jump haphazardly against Setsuna. Pretty much all of his decent buttons will cover jump-ins automatically. Plus, his air-to-air presence is obviously among the best in the game, thanks to JB. Mono JC might be better. I don't think anyone's ever visualized the hitbox on Setsuna JB, but it's definitely very strong.
My issue with it is that it's pretty easy to parry or repel or whatever.
Yeah, you can guard cancel it quite easily, but you can say that about any jump-in. Alright, Gainsbourg takes game 2.
His covers such a large amount of the screen and hits twice. It's, I don't know, it's pretty easy to predict.
I mean, it's mostly just because of the character it's on. Setsuna doesn't really have a ton of consistent approach options. He's got like 2-1-4 if you're feeling risky. Otherwise, he's just got to either dash in and pray that you're not pushing a button or go for a JB. And a lot of players don't really mix it up with JA in order to bait deflects, which Gainsbourg actually is doing.
Yeah, JA is actually pretty good normal.
Yeah, very underrated. I mean, JB is overall better, but JA definitely has its niche, and a lot more Setsunas need to start making use of it. Alright, Gainsbourg doesn't seem to know how to cover Akari teleports, but still manages to squeeze out a win. And another round start dash and grab. Tries to go for a meaty super, Hawksnorf not having any of it. He's really got to figure out some Oki. Setsuna Oki can be actually pretty scary because of his dash speed and access to solid lows, as well as a good standing overhead. Oh, Hawksnorf trying to clone, but ultimately gets hit out of it.
Oh, dash up SDM.
And Hawksnorf goes for a frame trap, but drops it, allowing Gainsbourg to take it.
That's some good super cancels.
Jeez, 6 spectators, guys. If you're not playing, just watch the stream. It causes lag for the players if there's too many spectators. Alright. Let's move on to Ardon do Infinito versus the Samo Gammo. Please play your match.
Alrighty.
Alright.
I'll be honest, I don't remember who he plays.
I never can either.
Oh, looks like it's doing that thing where it takes a moment to connect. Which is weird because we connected.
If it takes more than
instantly.
like, if it takes more than like 30 or 45 seconds, just re-challenge. Oh, Ardon's window isn't even opening. That's a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be a miracle for one of these tournaments to go smoothly.
Yeah, we're in. That works.
Alright, here we go. I mean, in fairness, these issues aren't really exclusive to Fightcade. Some of them might have been fixed in Fightcade too, but this is the last time, and a lot of people for whatever reason, didn't want to switch over to Fight Kid 2, so...
Okay, so... the Maria matchup for Hibiki is kind of difficult, but if you manage, like, to stay out of his mix-ups and basically don't get hit, it's the best advice I can give, and it's actually pretty fair. So just teleport and close in, because Hibiki can't really do much.
Alright. Samo giving a pretty good showing right off the bat here. Alright, good 5B from Ardon. Samo with a 2B anti-air. Good luck. While we're on the subject of underrated buttons, Moria 2B, it just paints such a huge portion of the screen.
Indeed, if he uses it, like, I think it wins against Hibiki's 5B, because the main usage of 5B is like punishing anti-airs because people jump a lot. Where this game is really strong, so you want to stay on the ground.
That might be a crash.
Oh, it's fine here.
Well, I guess it's my end. Guys, stop spectating on Fightcade, please.
Watch this stream, please.
Alright. Come up here with a good anti-air, gets the Rekka. A pretty risky tech chase. Manages to land the hit, but doesn't get rid off of it. Still closes the round with a throw. But yeah, Moria 2B is pretty hard for a lot of characters to whiff punish too. You have to call it out pretty specifically. I mean, to be fair, it is a pretty defensive button on what's otherwise a very aggressive character. So I guess in that sense it's kind of situational, since he's not really built to sit on life lead, although he absolutely can, just thanks to top tier privilege. Ooh! And Samo caught pushing a button. Ardon takes game 1. Alright. You have anything else to say, Sakurako?
Don't push buttons like in Shubiki. Because she will punish you, like, oh, if you did a bad jumping, she can just 6B and that's it. Basically a fifth of her life is gone. Like, that B that Maria did, she could have punished with 5B. I actually grinded that matchup a lot, because I was being victimized.
I mean, to be fair, 5B is really risky to throw in this matchup just because of Moria's teleport.
It is, but it's what you get, because 5A won't really reach, and when it does, it's not really rewarding, and 4A is even smaller, like in the situation. Oh, that was a good one.
Ardon might come back to this. Oh, but whiffed super is going to spell his demise.
Too greedy.
I mean, you didn't really have much choice in the matter. If he didn't land that soon, he was just dead. Alright, Samo doing a good job of walling out Ardon here. Showing that Moria does in fact have strong zoning tools. That was a weird interaction. I wonder what happened.
Actually, I wonder if Wake Up STM would work.
Alright.
Because the hitboxes for the STM are actually smaller, so it might be a 2. I never tried, but it might work.
Alright, no counter pick from Ardon.
どうやら死にたいらしい。真剣勝負一本目始め。
Alright, with 6B.
Only a neutral game. Let's go.
Yeah, Power Moria's neutral is just absurd.
Yeah.
His pressure isn't as good as speed, and since that is one of the main draws of Moria, it makes sense that a lot of people wouldn't really see him as a viable mode, but like he might not be the best Moria mode, but it is certainly usable.
Yeah, he's strong. I actually been labbing some Power Mario, but okay, both players can take this in just one move. Okay.
And Samo chips out. Yeah, Moria is one of the scariest characters being chip out range against because you've got that DP to worry about, you've got to worry about his Rekka, which he can do basically off of any blocked normal, even in power. His teleport can force you to block a lot of stuff. Like, it's just a mess.
Actually, the Rekka, if you fuzzy guard it, you can deflect it. But I think that's for speed. I haven't tested on power.
Well, yeah, but the problem with that is that A, he can just stop the Rekka, and B, if you're chipped out by the first hit, you can't really gather the rest. But yes, you absolutely can fuzzy mash out of more. You can fuzzy guard and fuzzy mash out of Moria's Rekkas. Which means if you can block it, it's super unsafe. Ooh, a good air deflect from Samurai right there. Doesn't get the full conversion.
He could have just DM'd. And
a throw will take it.
The game is Samuel's. He wants to win.
Alright, up next. I haven't Harksnorf and Gainsbourg reported their scores yet. I don't even remember who won that.
That was Gainsbourg.
Alright, up next we have Radical 101 versus Junkyard Bushido. Please player match. Alright, so we're probably going to see either Washi or Hibiki against Setsuna.
Another Setsuna?
Yep.
Junkyard plays him?
Yeah, Junkyard's this up-and-coming Setsuna. He's actually been improving surprisingly quickly. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
I'm excited to see, oh yeah, Power Washi. Nice.
Alright. I really just don't know much about Setsuna outside of my own matchups though, so... Oh my god, the taunt!
Whoa! That was cool, man.
Absolutely zero respect. Radical is gonna have to... Oh, gets the armor up. That's really strong this matchup, I know that much, because Washi's normals take forever to whiff and have a ton of hit stop. Yep. Plus, a lot of them don't do a ton of damage in their own right, so Setsuna can safely set up, and safely abuse armor even when he's low on health.
Mm-hmm. The only thing he really has is 2-4, which isn't that good.
Also, Samo, that round start proves that yes, special deflects are a thing.
No, they aren't, man. You just
they are. I labbed it out. They are absolutely a thing.
No way.
They are. Not every special has it, so the name is a little misleading, but yes, there are moves you need to hold 6 against.
Zan Teleport Slash is not one of them. I know
Maybe not.
that much.
Ooh, Junkyard with a really risky deflect, and Radical spawning with a 2-1 or a charge B.
Radical's been playing clean, dude. I don't know if you've been seeing the 2C 4A links. Holy cow. Those aren't easy, man.
Junkyard going EX. Bad for the count, but still feeling himself. Once again, round start deflect, loses to Washi 1,000 slashes. Alright, Junkyard got armor up, but lost it immediately. That's one of... Armor isn't nearly as strong in EX just because it costs so much health in order to abuse it.
Damn, he's getting the hard links, man.
2C 4A.
Alright, Junkyard manages to get the jump in. It's a frame trap. But fails to fuzzy guard the Recta.
He's getting the side switches too. That 8-2 when he runs over him.
Ooh, Radical.
Yeah.
Oh, Radical with the super confirm. This is gonna kill. That's that. That's the price of EX, and Radical takes the set.
Yeah, I don't know how much Setsuna gets
Washi,
on
man.
EX.
I like it. Really good.
I mean, Setsuna, a big part of Setsuna's strategy is literally face tanking. That 30% damage penalty or defense penalty is a huge problem.
Like, you just can't trade.
You can't trade, you can't armor through things, which makes his SDM basically useless because you can never use more than one hit of your armor. And as flashy as the late hit is, you're like never going to land against a good player. So, think what you love that. But up next we have Exodora versus Gainsbourg.
I don't think I've seen Escador before. He's got a JoJo icon on challenge.
He's been lapping out Washi a fair bit.
Oh, has he? All right, all
This is
right.
his first time participating in a tournament, I think.
Sick.
Yeah, the biggest problem with EX is that you cannot trade with anything, and trades are a very huge part of this game's neutral, which is the main reason why it's so commonly seen as the bad mode. There are some characters which just their game plan relies on being basically untouchable, though, or just they're already a glass cannon because the disadvantage state is so bad. So you might as well just get the extra benefits. But then, two of the characters that would be able to fill those criteria, Zantetsu and Lee, can't use EX very well because they already hit the damage cap without it. So they get, like, nothing from it. They get chip on speed chains, but they don't really need it, since they've already got so many mixes. Anyways, not quite in yet. There they are. Yeah, EX is style for most characters. Especially since you can't Fandango into SD. Wait a second, is that an EX Washi?
Sure is.
That's an EX Washi.
I would not ever play an EX character versus a mono. A power mono. I don't think it's going to be worth it.
EX Washi is actually worth it because he has a higher damage output on pokes, and most of the time that's what you're going to be doing, not full combos. It's really weird because Speed Washi has more damage on combos, but not on pokes. It's weird. And
Once again, proving that special deflect is a thing, Samo.
Hey.
Deflect and deflect and deflect and deflect. Nice.
But yeah, what I've been pestering Samo about is that a lot of special moves you need to hold either 6 or 3 in order to deflect them. I have no idea why they thought that was a thing that needed to happen, but it is, so ideally whenever you input deflect you should be pushing 6D or 3D. Maybe it's to prevent option selects with guard cancel, because that will always correct to 2D. Anyways, Gainsbourg taking it with another JC, which is a very strong normal and an absolute pain for any character with low health, especially when it's as low as an EX character. Because that is the single most disjointed air in the game, I'm pretty sure. If not, it would be like Setsuna JB. But that's also a lot slower than Amano's. Gainsbourg laying on the pressure. Letting Escadora breathe. Run out some JCs, Escadora gain a trip guard.
Yeah, that's it. EX Washi has like the power version of this shoulder charge, which means you don't get a guaranteed OTG afterwards. Very
Really?
weird.
Huh.
Yeah, they can tech out from a mid hit.
Normally EX is built off speed, but Escadora landing a pretty clean super confirm. Which is another weakness EX characters have. They have slower meter gain than normal, which is really bad for meter-hungry characters like Washi.
Thought it was just the speed meter gain. It's just the same as speed.
It kinda is, but the speed bar is longer. Like, you can see it visually, but on the actual values, it's longer.
And Escadora takes it with the clean B&B. Kind of big for Gainsbourg. Alright, pretty risky charge, and... Oh! Escadora trying to block the power BC.
Yeah, almost half of the life bar gone.
Yeah, like I said, Amano's power BC is arguably a viable option, as it's just got such a massive disjoint, as shown there. It's just amazing looks.
Oh, good have. Yeah.
Alright, some magician pressure from Gainsbourg there. That was a frame trap. Oh, EX does give you slightly more damage compared to speed on your individual normals. Not as much as power, but it's pretty notable considering you have speed chains. It also gives you chip, which speed doesn't normally have outside of specials.
Yeah, but you wanna know the funny thing about EX Washi? His BNBs actually deal less damage than Speed Washi for some reason.
Alright, Gainsbourg takes it.
Oh, already? Oh.
Yeah. That's a good showing though, man. Especially for EX Washi.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. Oh, the other big thing about EX is it gives you your power mode super cancels bar 6C. So a lot of characters get DM confirms in speed when they off speed chains when they normally wouldn't be able to. That's pretty huge. Up next we have keyboard outdated stick time versus Ballagde. I'm gonna assume keyboard is Sakurako.
That's me. Keyboard updated, stick activated.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a keyboard outdated in the lobby, my dude.
They're gonna have to DQ you. Man, how's this stick working out, man? Is that good?
Yeah, it is, but I still have to get my timing with Super Cancel. And it's actually harder to look because I got a square gate. Sorry about that. And when I do a 236, it locks on the 3, and I have to lightly release it so you can go to 6. And it's pretty difficult because I'm an ogre.
Yeah, that square gate, man, I don't know if I could ever get used to that. I'm over here on a 360 pad, and it's like a circle. It's a circle gate, I think. I think that's about as good as it gets.
Alright, so we're probably looking at a Hibiki-Yuki matchup.
Actually, no, I'm playing Washi.
Yuki Washizuka. Alright. Ballagde going EX Yuki.
Is that the worst character in the game, or is that Okina? EX
I
Okina.
don't know. EX Okina does feel pretty bad, but at the very least, he does have SDM tech chases, and his block strings are long enough. He actually does make really good use of the extra chip from speed chains, which can add up pretty quickly. Yuki doesn't really get anything but SDM gimmicks, and those are just that, gimmicks.
Yeah, she gets more damage off her normals, I guess.
Yeah, but Okina does that too, and his normals are actually designed to straight up beat a lot of things. Like, 2B is a great anti-air, 5A is generally very difficult to contest. Plus, he's just a generally more solid character than Yuki to begin with. Yeah, Okina is still bad, though. Ooh, Sakurako with the super confirm. Not quite enough to kill. And a 5B to whiff punish the deflect. Alright, good trade from Sakurako, as any trade would be against an EX character.
Yeah.
Ballagde trying to figure out how to approach this 2B. Alright, Sakurako gets the jump in, drops the combo. Ballagde getting some good hits in. But ultimately doesn't mean much, even for EX Yuki. Because her combo potential is non-existent. She has literally just speed chain and a fireball. Or SDM if you're feeling fancy and you're in the opponent's face. But that DP finisher will close it. Sakurako just wailing on this 2B here. Making Ballagde think twice about jumping in, but still ultimately gets impatient and jumps in himself, allowing Ballagde to get a full combo. For a whopping 20%.
Yeah. In EX, mind you.
I'm surprised Sakurako didn't try dick throw there, but...
yeah, that's not safe.
And Ballagde finally punishing Sakurako's 2Bs. Sakurako with the EP out of pressure.
Actually, I just found out I'm stupid. I mapped my C button to the BCD button. Give me a second.
Map C to BCD.
Alright, so we've got the Yuki Hibiki matchup. You see, the AI likes to walk forward and push A, which is actually a very unviable strategy for Hibiki, believe it or not. Especially when you consider that Hibiki can't block as an AI character. Anyways, an actual Yuki Hibiki matchup. I don't know what to say about Speed Hibiki in this matchup. I'd imagine that because Ballagde is playing EX, you could still play pretty defensively even in speed, since 5B is going to trade pretty well with basically everything. And you've also got all of your crazy pressure from speed chains, meaning your 1-button blender now becomes a 3-button blender. It's a lot more terrifying. Sakurako with the Air Tech JB to catch Ballagde, getting a little greedy with his tech chases.
Nice
Ooh.
B.
Good call out, 25% right there. I guess the command throw.
Good grab.
There's Noki. Sakurako gets hit somehow. Oh yeah, the other big thing is that Hibiki 2B actually becomes usable in speed because you can chain it into other things to make it relatively safe. Most notably on hits. Ooh!
I don't know what happened there.
That was an interesting interaction. Sakurako takes game 2. And Ballagde kind of picking speed. Widely considered the best version of Yuki, though that's not really saying much. Sakurako actually starting to lose some trades now because Yuki JB actually does do decent damage in its own right. Although it's actually not her really disjointed jump in, it's generally seen as her best because of the hitbox being so big and leading to good damage. But JC actually has much more priority both as an air-to-air and as an air-to-ground. Daniel finally visualized those hitboxes, and yeah, JC's pretty strong. Very underrated button. Sakurako gained some pretty solid punishes off Ballagde's unsafe block strings, though. As everything Yuki does is unsafe, the only real mix she has is whether or not she's going to throw a fireball at the end, which is a frame trap. It can't really be fuzzy mashed to my knowledge. Right, the risk of DP, not land it. And Ballagde crosses themselves up, allowing Sakurako to take the set.
Congratulations.
Man, the aiming stick is hard. But yeah, man. Good games.
Alright. So up next, it will be myself versus Ballagde. Just give me 1 second here. Oh yeah, Junkyard and Hawksnorf, you can just play your match. Normally we would watch this, but there's not really much choice in the matter. Because otherwise it would just be dead air.
Oh man, now I get a commentator for Lemon match. Look at that. Get a trash talk here on cam. What's going on? Another tick throw. Very nice. That's not safe. That's unfortunate. Neither is that.
Got 'em pushing buttons.
4A, 4A. Guess worse. Air Tech, Fireball. Not a lot of options that cover that. Nice grab. It's a drop. Shame.
Oh, projectile actually flash in this game. I've never seen that happen. Right.
Tries to catch attack. Misses the FTG.
Yeah, Air Fireball will
Weird.
clash with Yuki's Fireball very frequently because it's actually a pretty common tech chase option for her, and the 236B is at the perfect angle to cover it.
Yeah. Most fireballs are either ground or like air, so you don't really see them a lot. I can think of Yuki's and Kaida's and Washizuka and Koshi's, and that's it basically. Oh, also Kari's, but I don't think people use them that much.
A lot of jumping. It's a jump match. I wouldn't think it'd be with two characters with DPs, but that's where we are. That's a shame. Granted, Yuki can't do a whole lot of punish damage, so... Nice catch. Round start DM.
Nice smashing buttons. I don't know about you guys, but I feel that this DM is way too reactable. Oh,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Ah! Dashboard grab.
And GG's.
There it is. Fireball not safe. Yuki Fireball not safe.
Yeah, no, it's a frame trap, but it's an unsafe mix on both ends. And doesn't even lead to much damage if you land the Fireball. Well, either end of the mix, really. But you can go for DP if you were gonna drop it, but then you miss out on the mix. Because then the DP is unsafe. Just has, like, no real way to open people up. That's the big problem.
Cade or Yuki?
Yuki. Kaide at least has command throws that lead to good damage. Although Yuki command throw is pretty underrated.
It's decent. It does like a combo.
Yep.
A Yuki combo.
Next
Worth the damage.
match isn't lined up, so let's just go ahead and... I'm just gonna go ahead and play Excadora.
Alright, let's see it. Can you air block Cade's Fireball Super? That's a good question.
You can.
If you jump back?
Yeah, you just... No one can air block ever if you jump forward. Which is why it's such a good anti-air.
You can block if you neutral jump, right?
Yes. Just not forward jump.
Are we going to spec Junkyard against Oxnarf?
No, they're probably pretty much done at this point.
Alright.
EX Mashi versus Cade. Talk a little bit about the matchup, I guess. And, there's not a whole lot. Washi's got to deal with those air fireballs. Got to find a way to figure those out. Nice. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, well, I guess that's how you deal with the air fireballs. The
Yeah.
Sonic
Just,
Boom.
just throw 2. Oh, nice aim try.
That's a lot of meter.
Yeah. You gotta be extra careful when you're EX with your meter. Oh! Oh, he could have punished with BNB.
Nice. Alright, okay.
Oh, he expected back.
Oh, I just had a range. Lemon's got his tick throws, he's got him.
I don't get what kind of old character you're trying to do by backdashing,
It's a misinput of 4A.
but yeah.
Any stray hit here? Well, any 2 stray hits, I guess.
Ah. Frame rate.
Ah,
Yeah, that sucks.
Screw it. Funny Turtle Man.
let's see it. Speedakina, the best character in the game. I know nothing about him.
What do you need EX Okina? Yeah, because instead of doing actual game damage, you do mental damage. Because he's scary.
Those are fast turtles, holy cow.
Yeah. That's why it's called speed.
I guess. Good grief. Another drop. Oh, there we are.
Oh, no. Being super.
Nice.
I think he could have done a 3B LPG, but probably not. Oh! It was fun.
Cancel out some turtles. Washi's got some pretty nice air-to-air normals, but Kina's
Yeah.
probably got a little bit better.
I see most Washington doing JB, but I think his JA is honestly better because of the range it has.
Comes out
It's
very
really-
fast.
Yeah.
Okay, speed of Kita combos. Let's see him.
Oh, he dropped it. Could have won the match.
Grab after grab. Whoa.
Darn! Got cheeky.
Oh, yeah.
Sneaky. Oh, congrats to Washi.
Alright, good game.
That was some good speed Akina, man. I've never seen it before.
Eh, my black strings are still whack. That's the main reason to play him over power, because you can... His block strings are basically whatever you can imagine. Between his 2A coming out on frame 3 and his myriad of command grabs and overheads and whatnot. Most of it is mathematically fake, but there's no way to cover everything at once. So your opponent's still left guessing. It's just this weird interaction where your mix-ups are based on what option select your opponent is going for. It's really invigorating when you're fighting someone that actually knows how to deal with it.
Oh, that wouldn't be me.
Do you play Shigen? Your answer to everything is literally just shoulder. It goes over both my jabs.
4A, thank you very much. My answer to everything's 4A, and then cancel into 5A, and then wait and cancel into 5B, and if any of those hit, continue with my combo. I get a solid 30 seconds to confirm my normals.
But yeah, there's a reason why I prefer to play Kaide against Shigen. Technically, it's not that bad of a matchup for Okina, because if you go power, you actually can zone him out fairly effectively. But it's just so annoying that you avoid both my jabs. It just completely shatters my disadvantage state, so it just the match gets really snowbally as a zoner. So it's all the chaos of fighting a rushdown character with not a lot of the really flashy mix-ups. Although, don't get me wrong, your mix-ups are pretty good. It's just... like, you've seen one command grab, you've seen them all.
Yep, that's how it goes. Shigen 4A, 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 cancel into SDM, cancel into DM, cancel into normal command grab. Or even just wait and then cancel into chain grab. So many options. Cancel on the claw if they're going to jump.
Looks like Ardon and Junkyard are having some difficulties connecting. Yeah, if you're stuck on the connected screen, re-challenge, because most of the time it's because someone tried to spectate you while you're trying to fight. Or at least that's what I think that's what I think is going on when that happens. Could be wrong. No real way to tell, so ultimately that's conjecture. Doesn't sound like either of them are getting error messages.
Yeah, it's a old classic fight Cade saying, nope, can't play. And a solid sound off to Hawks North. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, it seems they're having problems, so
Yeah, they're just gonna direct, and that means
we can't watch.
Yeah, no, we'll just have to move on to Samo Camo vs. Radical 101.
Oh, excellent. Me and the man. Let's see it.
Alright. So we've got Power Moria versus Power Washizuka. Alright, could jump in from Samurai right off the bat, but drops the conversion. So from what I understand of this matchup, TLDR is that Washizuka's got a really strong presence against Moria at mid-range, especially against Power Moria. But Moria just does not give a crap about any of Washi's hardcore zoning because he can teleport through both Fireball and on reaction and just completely negate the flash kick by just approaching without jumping, because he really doesn't need to do that. Even has an instant grounded overhead, like right there. And that's enough that he doesn't really need hot pressure. Although he can use it, as demonstrated here, and it is quite effective if Washi doesn't have a charge. Alright, get super confirm. Going for BC, but
actually,
Sammo responded accordingly.
You know what he could have done? He could have done the STM, and that would have hit. I've done that once or twice, and it works. It's really cool.
The problem is that would have cost a meter for the next round, and also it's very hard to do.
Yeah. It has to be a read. You can just do it on reaction. Oh.
Alright, just poking each other out here. Radical finally getting a hit.
Yeah, basically his matchup is mid-range, TM.
Yeah, a bunch of mid-range shenanigans. If Moria gets in, he gets good pressure. If Washi gets in, he gets one mix. As such, this is to Moria's favor.
Yep.
Welcome to top tier privilege.
Players.
And Radical goes in with a deflect.
That was a good one.
Alright. Calling out Moria with 5A. Not a bad idea. Washi 5A has an incredible destroy and it comes out pretty quickly for what it is. Doesn't really lead to much, and you don't have a solid empty cancel for it in power. Plus, you have to give up your charge in order to use it, because you have to let go of both 2 and 4. So, no fireballs. I don't think he gets a Rekka, and no flash kick. Oh, going for STM and lands it!
Oh, nice! Man, that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, right, you can charge petition it.
You can, but you don't really use it. Oh. I'm pretty sure you can do something more optimized than that.
Right, Radical throwing out some 5As here.
Oh.
Gets the flash kick and
Oh,
no follow-up.
He probably tried to 5C, but missed the input.
Maybe.
Oh.
A lot of 5Bs. It's got a surprising amount of range for what you'd think it is. Ooh! A very
Nice
ballsy
catch.
fireball to call out the teleport. Radical's now on match point. Yeah, Radical had one major issue, and that was that he didn't know how to punish things, and he's learned how to do that. which makes him a lot scarier because you can't just throw out unsafe shit on block to just get in his face. And that was the main thing holding him back for a long time. Alright, jump in. I'm a little surprised that fireball is actually safe. Alright, good air there. Gets a little greedy and gets stuffed with a JC. Look out, pushing buttons. Both restrained blows. Someone gain some frame traps. And Michael now has life lead. Samo crosses up but doesn't do anything with it, and Radical closes it with a 5A.
Yeah.
Making the set.
Radical takes the game.
Ouch.
Alright, I'm gonna go check on Ardon and Junkyard. Because neither of these two were having connection issues before, so we might have to boil this down to a coin flip.
He's talking, he's going to see some stuff on his router, otherwise he wants to be disqualified.
Alright.
Okay, so I think now it's Escador against me.
Yes.
Wait, yeah, Escadora. Actually, no, Gainsbourg.
Oh, I doubt anyone here is a Lucas ult. Yeah, he said it was busy. Alright. Looks like we have Mikuro Hibiki. Oh, right. I was kind of waiting for Zach to want to rant about the matchup, but he's the one playing. So, very distinctly, this is in Mikuro's favor, because Hibiki's buttons are infamously slow and also take an eternity to whiff. And those are the two things Mikuro likes in a matchup, more than anything else. So, his crawl pressure is going to be really difficult. Oh my god! Was that a reaction?
Yes.
Damn. Alright. Yeah, Mikuro's got some incredible pressure in this matchup because Hibiki has a hard time contesting his dive kicks, his crawl, his 4A, obviously. I don't even think she has a punish because her grab is too slow. So she literally has to deflect. And once you start deflecting against Mikuro, that's really scary because in power, his throw scales incorrectly and does like 25%. It is insane. And counter hit on the air-to-air, allowing Sakurako to take game 1. Yeah, the big thing is you don't want to be throwing out a ton of JBs as Mikuro in this matchup, though, because Hibiki can beat that out pretty consistently with her own JB, and it will often trade with Hibiki's 5B, which, not a bad situation for Mikuro, but it's not ideal, so you've got better things to be doing. Especially since that's really the only functional tool Hibiki has in this matchup. So the opponent's going to be using it a ton. Alright, on the throw. Just the OTG, goes for a dive kick, doesn't get it, but leaves himself safe. anything to say on this matchup?
He needs to be doing more forays, more crawls. But I mean, Makuro wins the matchup. I mean, that's about all I got for you. I think Hibiki 5B can test Makuro's 5 jumping B. But really, it's going to be Makuro presses 4A and then he wins.
Alright. Bit of an unsafe spinning blade there, but it's a pretty difficult punish. I don't know if Hibiki does have a punish at that range.
Yeah,
So you definitely have to fuzzy guard if so. But everyone has to fuzzy guard that to punish it. Alright, Gainsbourg throwing out a lot of 2Bs and Sakurako having none of it.
It's a decent normal, but
Yeah, it's active as hell, but that's not what you want against Hibiki because then she can just react with DM. Plus, she trades super well with basically everything. Alright, Sak got pushing buttons after the dive kick. Not a good idea. Even if he hits your head, he's still plus. On hit, I should say. He needs to hit your ankles in order to convert, but don't push buttons afterwards. Unless you know he's going to throw you. I think so. Alright, good deflect from Sak. Not much of a punish though, and that allows Gainsbourg to take the set. Or, no, not set, the game.
nasty. Nasty. Look at that. 25.
50% with the OTG, it's just insane in general. Arguably the best regular throw in the game.
Yeah, it's that, and then like Hibiki's. Power Hibiki's does a lot, and actually Lee's does a good amount too.
And Sakurako caught playing a little bit too defensively.
That does some good chip, that's for sure.
Yeah, Spinning Blade is... Spinning Blade is certainly an interesting tool. It's very committal, but it does so much chip, even at full screen, that you just cannot... You can't zone out Makuro very effectively, even with life lead. It's often just blocking the Spinning Blade is already enough to take it away. And a 4A and 2A is going to close it.
Also, it's covered that Brawl goes under 6B, and that ruined my day.
Alright. Ardon and Junkyard are finishing up the game.
Oh yeah, they're playing. Nice.
In the meantime, let's watch Samokama vs. Escadora.
Alright, let's get it.
Guys, actually, I'll have to leave because some stuff came up. Sorry. You guys can continue. I'll get back in some time, soon, like half an hour.
Dude, you're still in losers.
Oh, you can disqualify me.
Yeah.
I won't be back. I won't be able to come back.
Then yeah, I'll just
Yeah, some real stuff.
Please.
Well, see y'all. It was nice playing again.
All right. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in.
Alright, whenever Junkyard or Ardon move up, then I'll just DQ Sack. But for now, let's watch this match. Alright. Power Moria, EX Washi. Not much surprise here, but this matchup's about what you'd expect. It's pretty much Power Moria versus Power Washi, but the big difference is that Moria now has the option to play very defensively because Washi's going to take a lot of damage off straight hits. And also lose every trade in the book. I mean, this DP is actually very rewarding. That DP covers a huge portion of the screen. It is unsafe on block, but I mean, just don't let the opponent block it. It's not particularly hard to do since you've got so many other options at that range. Up to and including a throw off one of the better runs in the game. Alright, interesting teleport from Samo there. Just the jump in. And the anti-air. And Samo takes it. Escadora barely gets the X code in time, but barely is enough. Gets the JC into a full combo. Only does 25%, but gets a reset after. Samo's trying to play a lot more aggressively here. Seems to be working out. Guy pushing a button, Escadora punishing accordingly. And bit of lag spike, but it was after the throw, so it really doesn't affect anything. Alright, a lot of DPs here. Escadora finally getting a clean hit. It's kind of his last hurrah, though. Any hit will take it, and that's going to be it. Unless... Guard cancels with a pixel of health left. Playing very defensively, doesn't want to get chipped at all, and eventually gets clipped with a neutral hop JA.
Good stuff. Oh, I typed GG's,
How
but
are
it didn't come
Ardon
out.
and Junkyard still playing? I'm just gonna hop in and see what's going on. They're playing. I don't know what the score is, but they're playing.
Just playing for fun.
Well, they shouldn't be playing for fun. They're up next. Alright, well, Ardon's on his last shred of life here. And Junkyard gets the tick throw. Not quite enough, but Ardon fails to block on wake up.
You can get OTG after Setsuna throw, right? Is it 5C?
I think you can, but it's very tight, and you sacrifice Oki for it.
Ah.
A lot of 2 and 4s from Junkyard here. When 2 and 4 is armored, it's... But you have to block after still. It's very, very minus. A few characters can. A few characters can, mostly those with multi-hits. Like, I know Kina 2A actually is a punish against armored 2 and 4A. Ooh, ballsy super. Junkyard not having any of it. Fails to punish. A lot of people don't punish Hibiki DM because it doesn't actually make contact with the opponent on block, so a lot of people don't realize that they've blocked it. So it's kind of weird to react to. You absolutely can learn to do so, though. If you're watching for a block spark, it'll throw you off. And this could be it. Nope, Ardon drops it.
Cool.
And Ardon takes it.
Nicely spaced 6B.
Alright.
Nice tech.
I think you're going for a tick throw, but it's a little early. A few lag spikes here. Alright, deflect. Gets the conversion. And
Okay, get the
taunts.
taunt. Taunt
The
Oki.
opponent's head. Throw. Backdash for Oki. And he's got armor up. 3 hits for free. But
Wow.
DM is going to do enough in 1 to kill.
Plow straight through it. Very nice.
Yeah, a lot of Setsunas forget that even though they're armored, they're not invincible.
Go ahead for another taunt.
Like, they go for... You can get away with a lot of really risky stuff, but if you're leaving yourself punishable enough that a super's going to hit you, you're just dead. And with characters that have very... With characters that have very strong single-hit supers at, like, half-screen, like Hibiki or Kaide, you have to be a bit more careful, because if you approach... If you just dash in, you're gonna die. Nothing really changed, except the opponent had to spend meter to do so. But you spent meter to set up SDM, so... It's not really a net gain.
Well, both on flashing. Desperation, whatever you call it. Raw DP.
I don't think it actually has a proper name. I think it just...
I think
I think it's
desperation
just
mode.
implied from the fact that everything else is called a desperation art. Or desperation move if you're using the localized move lists.
Five B. Okay, all right. 5B is good. Don't try and contest it, please.
Alright, pretty risky from Junkyard there, and a 6B will take it. Oh yeah, another big thing is that Setsuna still takes counter hit damage while armored. So if you're pushing buttons, you're still going to take a lot extra. Alright, looks like they're done. I have no idea what the score was, but whenever they move up, I'm just going to DQ sack. Alright, and up next, we have Samo Kamo versus Ardon do Infinito.
A rematch.
Oh, whoops.
Take speed, Yuki. Play ball, get out of here. I'm trying to win with Power Moria. Thank you very much. I'd pick Corey if it was allowed. I'll be honest.
Korea is pretty fun. His fireballs in BCD are just obscenely strong. It does have a block infinite, but it does require you to be pretty damn close to the opponent. Plus, it's not that easy to do.
He's got damage, dude. And
Yeah, the big
supers
thing
really
to watch
don't
out
do a
for
whole
is
lot.
the damage.
どうやら死にたいらしい真剣勝負
Damage and Fireball, but that's not the matchup we're watching here. Alright, both poking each other out of mid-range. Ardon gains some 2-3-6s. He has life lead right now. Good air to air, but missed the tech chase. Sam with a very smart delayed tech. Alright, good cross up. Just going for a lot of clean jump-ins. Alright, tries to go for super mid block, trying to chip hard on out, but it's caught. And Stray 2A will take it.
2本目始め
Oh, I completely forgot that was a thing. You can charge Moria's stance in order to hit full screen. You like never see it, but it exists. Not really worth going for in most matchups, and it's pretty gimmicky even in the ones where it begins to work, since you can just jump. Alright, and a J into thick throw will take it.
器が知れたな
Ardon might be counterpicking Kaide. Oh, Kaide, no less. Not a bad idea, because Okaide has generally higher damage than Kaide does, and a much better Fireball, which are the two things that really help in the Power Moria matchup, because as far as their pokes go, they're both about as effective against this guy, since his distraits are so huge that you're just gonna get stuffed unless he was already in range to begin with. So, just being able to punish him a lot harder and also stop him from hopping over your fireballs is more than enough. Especially since he's one of the few characters that can consistently tech chase
I don't know if you saw
air
that,
tech,
but
air fireball.
2本目始め
Still not a very good matchup for Okaide though, for obvious reasons. Alright, good DP. Gets the OTG after. Drops the conversion off assistant overhead. And a dash into Rekka, gets the OTG, and
Good
takes the
game.
set. Alright, and with that, I do believe we are in finals. So every match from here on out will be best of 5, meaning the first player to win 3 matches will take the set. Starting off with winners finals, we have Radical 101 versus Gainsbourg.
Power Moria is a read character. The thing is, he doesn't get as much damage off his reads as other characters do, like Shigen or Zantetsu. So,
I mean, to be fair, you consider Zantetsu a read character.
Zantetsu is a read character. He's also a brainless pressure character, but you can choose to play him in whatever form you want.
I mean, that's just top tier privilege at that point. That's like saying Kiryu's a read character. I read that jump in with my delayed fireball, which was also possible on reaction, but it was a read. Also, I totally knew you were going to DM there, which is why I went for armored grab, and I totally didn't just want a tick throw. Anyways.
You can play Zan as a grappler. Thank you very much. He's got 2 command grabs.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, Kiryu's the thinking man's character. That's because no one knows how to play him, so you have to make up all your tech on the fly. Anyways.
I think they're in. What are you talking about? We know.
For the record, I was reading off of chat. Don't take that out of context. Anyways, moving on. Setsuna versus Washizuka. The names are backwards. 1 sec.
We want to talk about Thinking Man. This is going to be.
Oh, Gainsbourg finally got his meaty BC. So. Man, Raggle just terrified to push anything. Finally gets a clean hit though. Doesn't do anything with it. Alright, and super confirmed. This is gonna kill. Ooh, a wonderful bait on the wake up flash kick, but doesn't get anything off of it. You can't space grabs in this game. They all have basically 0 range. If you're not making contact with the opponent, you're probably gonna whiff it.
Oh, that's not is it? Nah, he's got it.
That was something. Ooh, and the call out. Spaced the super incorrectly, but still manages to get some pressure. And that's gonna be death.
Yeah, it's not safe. It's never safe. It's never going to be safe.
Quit trying to make it safe.
Hermano. Alright. JC loses to DP. Or flash kick.
It's a flash kick that behaves like a DP. You can call it whatever you want.
Well, flash kick behaves like a DP.
The difference is that it's gigantic.
Oh, nice.
And getting the deflect, showing us why Power BC is not that good of an option. But ultimately doesn't convert off of it. Gets another deflect, still no conversion.
He's getting there. Imagine the next one we'll see a full SDM.
Alright, Raggle getting the fade back jumping. Not a bad idea against Mono since charge is such a huge part of his game plan, and as his dash and tick throw, both of which will obviously leave you in range to get a conversion off. Ooh. Finally gets a deflect conversion.
5A, 4A. I had no idea that linked.
Gainsbourg finally getting punished for his gimmicks.
Okay, slick, alright.
And Raggle gets the jump in, this could be death. Opts to reset and gets it.
Ah, That's what it was, a reset. Well, there's one more, right?
Yep. This is winners finals. It's best of 5. Alright, we have Makurawashi on flames. This is going to cause all the lag.
Yeah, don't even think of doing fireballs.
Yeah, if you want to learn what stages lag, just pick up Washier Code Jiro for like a week. You will learn exactly when and where a stage starts to slow down. Alright, almost chips out, but manages to catch Gainsbourg pushing a button with 4A. Oh no, catch Radical pushing a button with 4A. Alright, good dive kick, no conversion.
Nice catch.
Strange choice to throw a fireball in this situation. He might have wanted something else.
Nice.
Opts for guard cancel. Not sure if I agree with that, but saved himself a bit of chip. And Radical takes the round. Now on match point. Alright, good deflect. Gets the conversion. It's throwing out these two Bs. It is a multi-hit normal, so if you catch someone with the early part of the move, it will uncombo and do like no damage. So you have to be a little careful with that. The late hit is the active part, and boy is it active! Like 8 frames or something like that, I think. Ooh,
nice.
And a really ballsy SDM is stuffed by a fireball. Michael takes it. Someone is pinging me. Oh. Alright. That's nothing. Moving on to losers finals, which will be between Gainsbourg and Samo Camo.
All right. Just waiting on him.
So yeah. So we're probably going to be seeing like probably in a mono.
Either Setsuna, Mono, or Makuro by the looks of it.
Maybe he'll cycle through all 3 again.
He might. Very well might. Or he could just beat me 3-0 with Setsuna. I mean, anything can happen here. I mean, he was just fighting. Where'd he go?
He's still in the lobby for me.
Sitting on a
Did you
line
not
by
hear
the
those
looks of it.
matches up?
Maybe not. Ah, there we are.
Alright. You're the only match lined up, dude, so just go ahead and play.
Yeah, there's 3 people left.
Whenever this moves on to Grand Finals, is guaranteed second place. Alright, we have Setsuna Moria. This should be an interesting matchup. Alright, bottom line is, all of Setsuna's stuff is unsafe besides... Oh my god! Round start deflect! Doesn't get anything off of it, though. But yeah, the big problem with Setsuna is almost everything he does is unsafe, which is pretty common amongst the low tiers in this game. Ooh! Last possible frame to get the anti-air on 6B. Ultimately trades. Gets a deflect, converts off of it. And a 6C, probably wanted throw there. Gets a throw. Tries to catch Samuel pushing the button with 2-3-6, but doesn't get it. Round 5As, a surprisingly good anti-air. Very underrated button. And Samuel takes it with a deflect. Starting round off in a very lively fashion. Alright, starting to see a few more JBs. He was just a few frames too early, and we're getting the Rekka. Throw, drops the OTG, lets Samuel to roll out. Samuel's just playing with his food here, jumping out of all of Gainsbourg's throw attempts. Taking game 1. And Samuel takes it at round start. Deflect bait the... or tries to deflect, but gets baited by the DP. Once again, hold forward when deflecting, otherwise that stuff happens. Alright, good 2 and 4. Doesn't get the tech chase. Guard cancels Samuel though, and back to neutral. Alright, pretty risky DP. Manages to trip guard Samuel with a throw. And Samuel jumping out for a throw of his own. Yeah, Gainsbourg's got to start using some more anti-airs at closer range, because all these lows and throws both lose to jump pretty hard, and Moria gets incredible damage off a jump in. So you do not want that. But Setsuna's also got an anti-air throw, which leads to really good Oki, and wow, Samuel took that pretty convincingly. Will we see a counter pick? Yes, we will. Who's he gonna be? A mono. Alright, bottom line with mono is that if Moria's trying to stay in the air, JC's gonna kill him. But if Moria's staying on the ground, JC's gonna lose to literally everything. So usually you're gonna end up trying to just find an opening in... Oh my god, anti-air BC. Very interesting decision. But yeah, usually you're just gonna try and find an opportunity to run in and catch the opponent with strike throw pressure between 2A and dash into grab. Or as actual command grab if you're feeling fancy and you know the opponent's respecting you too much. But Samuel landing some pretty clean hits here. Gainsbourg still completely failing to cover any sort of neutral jump. Alright, good anti-air from Samuel. Scout with a 6 or a charge. Jeez, Samo not giving him a chance to move. Gainsbourg's got to start blocking. Keep himself unsafe, no punish from Samo. And that'll take it.
Good games.
Yeah, got Gainsbourg pushing a ton of buttons.
Yeah, you can't push a whole lot versus Power Moria, or tech a whole lot versus Power Moria.
Alright, but we are moving on to Grand Finals. With Radical in winners and Samo Camo in losers. This is a double elimination tournament. Samo will have to win 2 sets as opposed to Radical's 1. And both will be best of 5. Let's see how this goes. Already in it. Backwards. Excuse me. Alright. Samo laying down some pretty good strike throw pressure. Radical gain an anti-air. Attacking against Washi isn't generally advisable unless you have a special movement option in the air, because he can very easily cover you with both Flash Kick and Fireballs. And neither of them really care about delayed techs particularly. Alright, good deflect from Radical right there. A lot of good pokes from Samo here. Radical finally find an opening, but Samo not letting him capitalize on it. This matchup is pretty mid-rangey, because when neither of them have speed chains, you can't really do anything safely. Because most of these characters' normals are minus even without a fuzzy guard. Almost chipped out. Not quite. And Samo called out. Michael taking it with the 2A. Alright. Good conversion. Going for BC, but Samo not having any of it. Alright, gets another soup confirm, and that's gonna kill. Letting Radical take game 1. Alright, Samo's not playing around anymore. Going Power Zantetsu. Zantetsu has a lot of ways to circumvent Washizuka's zoning in general, but also now has very strong pressure and also incredible damage off basically everything. And meter build, thanks to Kunai's. Alright, good dive kick. And like I mentioned earlier, the special movement option of the dive kick allows him to actually air tech viably against Washi. Because Washi's really good at covering people as they're falling from an air tech, but if you have some way to just delay when you land... Ooh! Very interesting response from Samo. But yeah, if you just have a way to delay when you land with like a dive kick or an air fireball or something, which Zantetsu has both of, yeah, you can cheese out a lot of Washi's tech chases. The big thing though is that you're very punishable when you land, so Washi can get a full combo instead if he reads that you're going to do that. So you have to use it a little sparingly. Alright, some good pokes from Samo, and that's gonna take the game. No counter pick from Radical. Alright, round start 1,000 slashes. Not really the best plan, because that's actually very minus on hit. Not punchable, but enough that you gave Zantetsu a turn. And when you give Zantetsu a turn, you're basically dead. As shown here, because stun conversion. Very clean confirm from Sama right there. Alright, goes for dive kick, and the double overhead catches Radical off guard. Combo, gets the tech chase, and Radical blocking the cross up, gets a turn. Ooh! Take throw's gonna take it. Alright, Samo's on the verge of a bracket reset here. Alright, cross up, gets the OTG. Ooh! This is the slash, doesn't get a conversion as a result. Samo now has invisibility installed though, and that's going to make it way harder to determine what he's doing. Alright, Samo is now on... not on match point here. He will reset the bracket if he wins though. Alright, demonstrating the deceptively good range on Zantetsu JA. Gets a reset. Oh wait, I think that was a stun! I think that was a reset. And a bad deflect from Radical is going to let Samo reset the brackets.
Do we get to change characters?
No.
Sure.
Well, I mean, Radical does. Yes, Samo has cast aside his humanity. He has now mastered the forbidden arts of ninjutsu.
Had to do it.
Alright, no counter pick from Radical either. Ooh, very ballsy BC, gonna land that. Doesn't do much with the Oki. The one great thing about power BCs is that they do cause a hard knockdown. And they do a decent chunk of damage on their own right, so even if you trade, you're always going to be in a good spot. But they tend to have pretty good solid disjoints as well. The problem is, like I've mentioned multiple times tonight, there are only like 3 characters that actually have even remotely viable power BCs. Alright, Samo Bane another deflect with kunais. Both have meter on deck. Although, to be fair, when it doesn't, Zantetsu have meter on deck. Alright, good dive kick from Samo. Back again and clean confirm. This is gonna hurt. Alright, what's for breakfast? 6C, or 6B. Alright, both of them just throwing on some fireballs here. The first of double is a reflector, so you can't beat it out directly with Washi's P-Fireball. Oh, that's gonna kill! Alright, blocks the dive kick, no punish though. Samo dropping his guard cancel conversion. Punishes the kunai, but not quite early enough. So I guess it wasn't a punish, but... Alright, lands on the... Ooh! Yeah, SDM's not going to work in this matchup. Zantetsu has 3 unique options after he enters the air. He's got 1 kunai, he's got 2 kunais, and he's got a dive kick. And technically 4 options if you just don't do anything. So you can't really go for ballsy anti-airs like that, because he is not going to get hit by it if it's even remotely reactable. Ooh, and the ambiguous dive kick. It's going to hurt. Michael's now in chip out range, but gets anti-aired with a 4A. Alright, it's the overhead. Interesting trade, and of course Zantetsu gets to convert off of that. Jeez. Alright, Sam going for some ambiguous mixes here. Gets the throw. Radical just dodging bullets here and gets air-to-air with a JA. Samo's now set to take this tournament. But Radical's not out of this yet. Alright, cross up, no conversion. And tries to deflect the kunais again. That does not work. Goes back to dive kick and gets crossed up. Samo is now on tournament point. Good deflect, goes for fireball. And Samo blocking but not punishing. It's very unsafe. Probably dropped it. It's not quite enough to kill, but oh, that will be. Instant overhead super.
Good games.
It was a good showing.
Wanted to win with Power Moria, but that wasn't going to happen. That's a shame. Good stuff, though. Big time. Oh, it looks like my... I don't know what with Fightcade, why I can't type sometimes into the chat, but...
Alright. And with that... that would be the end of this season.
Someone else has to pick up that torch, man.
Yeah. I'll probably be back in like a month or 2 if no one else can, but I seriously need a break from this.
Yeah. Was that 24 weeks?
24 weeks. Plus an exhibition and a charity tournament.
Like half a year.
Alright, well.
Thanks for hosting all of them, dude.
Yeah, no, thanks for playing. Well. I'm gonna upload this VOD, count up the winners over the season, and I hope y'all stick around for whenever these come back up. Have a good day, everyone.
Hey, have a nice one.